Sakura is widely recognized as an honest and hard-working pharmacist who consistently prioritizes her work above her family. On occasions, she works until late at night to complete her assignments, a habit that her family detests. Sakura, however, is unyielding in her pursuit of helping others. While Sakura is working in her laboratory one night, an unknown person shoots her suddenly. The bullet goes through her, fatally wounding her in the lower chest. Although it seems as though she's about to bleed out, something strange happens. Time freezes inside the lab, and the god of death, Shinigami, appears before her, much to Sakura's astonishment. Shinigami informs Sakura that she'll die shortly, but offers her 15 seconds to identify her killer. The task is incredibly demanding since 15 seconds is scarcely enough time to recognize the killer, let alone apprehend them. Nonetheless, Sakura is unwavering in her determination to discover why someone shot her. She believes that she's a good person who has no enemies. Shinigami then outlines the rules of the additional 15 seconds. Sakura must find a way to capture the killer as soon as he starts the timer, according to him. However, she has the option to pause and restart the timer at any moment. This implies that she can finish one activity, halt the time, and then think about her next move. This rule instills Sakura with a sense of optimism that she can complete her mission successfully. The timer begins in the following scene, and Sakura's first objective is to turn around and identify the killer. Unfortunately, the pain still resonates throughout her body since she has just been shot. This causes Sakura to cry out in pain, and by the time she pauses the timer, 1 second has already passed. Sakura has only 14 seconds left on the timer, making the already challenging task even more difficult. However, she refuses to give up, summoning the last of her strength to turn around when the timer resumes. To Sakura's surprise, the killer is Kim, the daughter of one of her former clients. It is revealed that Kim's mother suffered from depression and received regular medication from Sakura. Despite months of treatment, the woman's symptoms did not improve. As a result, Sakura prescribed a higher dosage, and one day, the woman overdosed and died. Kim discovered her mother's lifeless body and was devastated. She decided to avenge her mother's death by targeting Sakura. After returning to her room, Sakura realizes that Kim is pursuing her because of her mother's death, despite her own innocence. She wants to inform the police that Kim is the one who shot her, so her only plan is to frame Kim for the murder. Though the timer only has 13 seconds left, Sakura already has a plan in mind. She quickly restarts the timer and scatters some powder on the floor before turning off the lights to make the room pitch black. Sakura's reasoning behind this plan is that the killer will unknowingly step on the powder when entering the room, leaving footprints behind to aid the police in identifying and apprehending her. Despite completing the task in 2 seconds, Sakura feels that it is still insufficient. She restarts the timer and hurries to her work desk, where she grabs a marker and writes the killer's name on the table. With only 8 seconds left on the timer, Sakura presses pause. Observing all this, Shinigami comments that the plan is too simplistic, as Kim is sure to notice her name on the table and scribble over it. However, Sakura argues that this is precisely what she wants. With that, she restarts the timer, knocks over a vase of flowers on the table, covering Kim's name with it. Sakura discards the marker, ensuring that the killer will not be able to find it. She says, if Kim wants to alter the writing, she will have to use another marker on the table. However, since this marker has different ink, the police will quickly find out. While Shinigami admires the idea, he warns Sakura that the killer will not be so easily deceived, leaving only 7 seconds on the timer. Faced with this challenge, Sakura looks concerned, but another idea strikes her. She restarts the timer and places 2 rose flowers in the electric socket. She kicks over a bucket of water, drenching the floor. Despite having only 5 seconds left, Sakura is confident that her plan will work. She explains that the roses are obstructing the writing on the table, and Kim will have to remove them at some point, which will cause her to step on the wet floor and be electrocuted. Sakura believes that the shock will be enough to kill the killer. Even the god of death is impressed and applauds Sakura's idea. However, Sakura still wants to leave more details for the police, despite only having 5 seconds left on the timer. Unfortunately, as she reaches for something, Kim shoots her in the chest once again. When Sakura turned around earlier, Kim assumed that she was going to attack and didn't want to take any chances, so she fired a second shot. Sakura is now on the brink of death, and only 0.6 seconds remain on the timer. Shinigami approaches her and advises her to give up, as there is not enough time left to do anything. Sakura has come to accept her fate, but she wants Kim to know the truth before she dies. With all her strength, Sakura lunges to the floor and grabs an envelope containing classified information. She also takes the marker to write a note for Kim, but the timer runs out before she can start. And so, Sakura dies a tragic death. In the next scene, Kim enters the room with caution and notices the changes made by Sakura. She quickly puts on Sakura's slippers to avoid leaving footprints on the floor. When she sees her name on the messy desk, she picks up a marker to scribble over it, only to discover it's the wrong one. After finding the right marker, Kim manages to evade 2 of Sakura's traps. With only 1 trap left, Kim attempts to scribble over her name, but gets electrocuted by the wet floor. Though she doesn't die, she's knocked unconscious by the shock. Hours later, Kim wakes up to the sound of the security guard. She quickly erases her name on the desk with the marker and takes the envelope from Sakura's hands, believing it to be important evidence. In another room, Kim opens the envelope and finds a letter from her mother. She breaks down in tears as she reads the letter, discovering that her mother had stopped taking medication prescribed by Sakura for her depression, eventually leading to her suicide. Kim realizes that Sakura was only trying to help her mother and that she had killed an innocent person. In the final scene, the police arrive to investigate and find a note with Kim's name written on it. The killer is finally caught and apprehended. The movie concludes with Shinigami holding 2 flowers over Sakura's body, revealing that he wrote the note himself as a reward for Sakura's hard work and dedication. I hope you're enjoying the content that I'm creating. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell me what I should fix or improve on in the future. Your feedback is greatly appreciated, and it helps me create better content for you. Thanks for your support.